Live from Swain County High School, welcome into Maroon Devil Baseball as we are entering the second round of the State 1A Playoffs. Gary Ayers along with Toby Burrell here on a beautiful, beautiful Thursday afternoon. And Coach Burrell, this should be a good ball game. We got South Stanley coming in as they pulled an upset over Hayesville on Tuesday. Our Maroon Devils had a 5-inning win on Tuesday. Very good ball game against the Hiawassee Eagles. But here today, we get to play a team we haven't faced all year. We're out of the conference. We're playing the Bulls here, and should be some good baseball.
Well, I think so. It's always interesting when you get in the playoffs, and the one thing about it is you never know what to expect. If you try to project yourself 3 or 4 rounds down, it never turns out that way. It's always best just to let the next game come to you. And these Maroon Devils, though, Gary, are on quite a roll. I think it's 14, 13 in a row for them after starting the season 1-3. They reeled off a bunch of wins in a row, and so they've got riding a real hot streak as this playoff start and secure the #1 seed. So they're going to, from our conference, they're the number 4 overall seed. So they will have to travel if they stay in it long enough. But for right now, they're at home, and they're going to be at home should they win.
Oh, no doubt. And Coach, you said it right on the money. Our Maroon Devils have won 13 games in a row. Coming in, we're averaging 9.5 runs a ball game, giving up only 3.7, and conference play only 2.3 runs a ball game. And if you look at it on paper, and I know you can't win and lose ball games on paper, but this is a solid team. 348 batting average on the year, 58 stolen bases, 175 runs. And when you compare it to our opponents here today, talking about, of course, the Bulls of South Stanley, they are just not quite that talented in the numbers game, as their team batting average is right at 237. They've had 116 hits, 3 home runs. Neither team hits a lot of home runs, but a team that's scrappy. They have 52 stolen bases this year, so we know they can run. So I think it's just going to, I think a lot of it's going to come down to who comes out of the gate hot in the first and second innings.
Well, for the Maroon Devils, it's their ace, Charlie Collins, on the bump, and he has been every bit of that, 10-1 on the season with a 0.992 earned run average, Gary, and that is magnificent.
Oh, that's incredible. And he is going to be on the mound, of course, and leading off is going to be Barbie for the Bulls here this afternoon. And he has had a good season. Barbie, one of their top players. He hits foul ball out of play. Barbie coming in, hitting .203, 5 RBIs. He leads the team in runs scored with 16, has a double and 12 hits, but is their best base runner. So this is a guy you don't want on base.
Yeah, I'm sure he sets the table for his squad as any good leadoff hitter does for theirs. That one misses just a little bit outside. So 2-1 count here early on for Barbie as we open up play in this one. Just underway. If you're just joining us, top of the first, settle in, enjoy some good Swain High baseball here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Oh, no doubt. That pitch in for a strike. And talking about, I want to give a big thanks to Stacy and Matt Pegg, and also Jerry McKinney helping with the broadcast fee. We appreciate them. And also Perry and Diane Shuler, who helped out on game number 1. And there is a strikeout to open the game, and you can hear Maroon Devil fans echoing that approval with the first strikeout against Barbie.
Number 72 on the year for Collins.
And
in 42 innings.
That you mentioned it, Toby. His pitching statistics are just mind-boggling when you look at his numbers. As you mentioned, 72 strikeouts, 23 walks in 42 innings pitched, only 6 earned runs, 16 runs total. But again, just incredible with that .99 ERA.
Well, he's back to 1-1 here on Trevor Tucker, the third baseman for the Rebel Bulls. And that is Tucker's a .393, so he's one of their top hitters. As a matter of fact, he is their top hitter in their lineup, average-wise.
No doubt. Tucker, a heck of a player coming in for the Bulls, as that one's high and tight. And, wow, that one knocked the dust out of the catcher's glove. That tells you how hot that pitch was.
And Collins working quick here. Second strike, 2-2. Pounding the zone so far.
He's getting it done. And obviously the Bulls are going to try to adjust, but I'm not sure that's an easy adjustment, as there's a
I did not have that as 3 balls, so I missed a ball somewhere.
Yeah, that's going to be
that's a walk.
Yeah, first base on balls here this afternoon. So now the Bulls have a base runner, as it's going to be Dennis coming up to hit now for the Bulls.
He's their catcher by trade, a 267 hitter on the season for the Rebel Bulls. And as you said, they like to run, so we'll see if that's something that's early in the game plan here to maybe try to throw Charlie Collins off. They have to know about Charlie and what an ace he is, and there's a shot.
Yeah, right through the infield. That's going to be a base hit. Everybody holds up with 1 base, so good work out there in left field for the Maroon Devils. As again, Cam Blankenship gets it back in a hurry. And that is so big, as you know, Coach, is when that ball gets in the outfield, you want to get it back in to avoid that extra base.
Well, now the Rebel Bulls are set up quite nicely with their cleanup hitter, Reese Crump, their pitcher, in the box now, and runners on first and second with only 1 down.
And Crump again hitting .267 coming in as the team leader with 10 RBIs, has 3 doubles, 12 hits on the year. Also their home run leader as he has a couple of home runs on his stat sheet. So again, Crump, one of their 6 seniors, as both these teams have some really good senior leadership coming in. But again, 1 down. There's a ground ball going to be down to second base. Can we get 2? There's one at second, on to first. It's going to be,
yep.
Oh, that is tight. And it happens. So it's a big double play here, Coach. And how much does that add to your momentum coming into hit?
It's huge. It's huge to get into first and second with only 1 out and then be able to roll 2 right there to get out of it. Just a huge play for the Maroon Devils to get out of that without giving up a run.
So now the Maroon Devils will be coming to bat here on the bottom of the first inning. Gabe, Cameron, and Carson hitting 1, 2, 3. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score here. Our Maroon Devils again against South Stanley here in round 2 of the State 1A playoffs here in the West bracket. Our Maroon Devils with Gabe Lillard, Cameron Blankenship, Carson Taylor hitting 1, 2, 3. And Coach Burrell, I tell you what, if I was pitching, I would not want to see the top of this Maroon Devil lineup?
Oh, Gary, they've been so hot the last 5 to 6 games. It's amazing. And what's really catapulted their offense is the bottom half of the order has gotten hot too and is feeding them at the top. And so they're having more opportunities to drive in runs. And it has really allowed this Maroon Devil offense to take off.
Oh, it really has. Again, as we mentioned, averaging over 9 runs a game. That pitch is going to be in for a ball. But Gabe Lillard has been just on a tear, hitting .449, leads the team in batting average, 31 hits, a team leader, 3 for 3, or 3 triples, 3 home runs, 12 stolen bases. I mean, Gabe is doing it all.
And he just got us on the base pass with a 4-pitch walk to start the ball game.
So, again, it's going to be, I think, who comes out of the gate. As we were talking about, Crump is their pitcher this afternoon for the Bulls. And but our Maroon Devils have just been outstanding at the plate all season long, especially lately. Cam Blankenship hitting .333 with 19 hits, 9 RBIs, a double, and 9 stolen bases of his own.
Interesting to see if Lillard's going or if Blankenship is going to bunt him over. Cam handles the bat so well. Sometimes Coach Shuler likes to have him go ahead and bunt early in the game and get Gabe over there in scoring position. Let's see how they choose to play it. So far, Crump has failed to find the strike zone on 5 pitches.
Now, Crump on the season has been doing a pretty good job. 44 strikeouts, only 20 walks on the year, giving up only 4 doubles, no triples, no home runs on the season for Crump. His ERA at 5.74, and he has pitched about 39 innings. So he along with Hunt, have been the 2 workhorses on the pitcher's mound.
And there's a call strike, so he's in the zone now. And Cameron showing no sign of a bunt with that initial one. Let's see if that changes. He takes a good long look at Shuler down in the third base box. Shuler looking across the diamond at Lillard now, who leads away from first. He's got a good lead, a good base runner.
Yeah, he is such a versatile athlete. Oh, pickoff throw back to first, but he dives back in time. I think all the guys, and maybe girls too, you can tell me what you think. They like to get the uniform dirty.
Yep. They do.
And, hey, that's just that's part of playing the game. Cameron digging in now, 1-1 count.
Curveball.
Yep, curveball.
And him ducking out of there. Now, all of a sudden, the Rebel Bulls back on top here with Crump 1-2 on Blankenship. Takes the bunt off the table, and not an ideal pitch to steal on for Lillard because it's not like Blankenship can hold up. He's got to swing to protect himself.
So now nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, no score in case you're just tuning in. Here live on the Maroon Devils Network. Pickoff throw, getting a little closer every time. But, again, talking about the versatility over there of Gabe Lillard. Outstanding in, I think, every sport he plays.
Yes, he is. He's a tremendous athlete. And his athleticism translates into everything that he's playing.
Outstanding. And we have several guys like that. Cam right there as well, playing so many sports. Carson Taylor. I mean, there are several guys who can say that. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3 and 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. But so the first strikeout today, we'll see if that helps the confidence again of the pitcher, Crump, on the mound for the Rebel Bulls.
That's
out of South Stanley.
Only Blankenship's 6th strikeout on the season, and he's the low man in the starting of the starters. So a big strikeout right there for South.
Oh, no doubt. Cam is a tough out.
And now Crump is still very preoccupied with Lillard over there, but did not make any mistakes, and he certainly doesn't want to make one right here to Carson Taylor.
Oh, boy. Carson leading our team in runs scored with 30. Here comes the steal. Throw down to second, and it gets through. And but hanging in there. I'm not sure Gabe was ready to go to third as looks like he got shaken up a little bit.
I think that head first slide, the belly slide, took a little bit of wind out of his
he's
sail there, knocked the breath out of him a little bit.
Yeah, he's up, but I'm not sure he's I think he's ready to go, but, yeah, he felt that one.
But the steal puts him in scoring position for the big bats of Taylor and Hayes next up on the Maroon Devils docket. And that one's in the dirt. Nice stop back there by the Rebel Bulls, Dennis.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about Carson's hitting, leading the team with 30 runs, 10 doubles on the year, hitting 400 with 18 RBIs, 22 hits, a couple of home runs, and a triple as well.
But perhaps the hottest hitter in the Marine Devils lineup as of late is on deck in Carter Hayes. He has been scorching hot.
He has. You're right. Carter and Gabe have really been getting it done, and that's why the top 4 hitters are just a pitcher's nightmare.
And now another pitcher's nightmare as he goes 3-0 here on Taylor. He's got a base open, but as I said, if they've done their homework at all, they know Carter Hayes is just scorching hot right now and would love a chance to come up here with an opportunity to drive home a run.
No doubt. And if Carson gets on, he's another good base runner.
See, and that's low 4-pitch walk to Lillard and Taylor with a strikeout sandwich between, and now that man we talked about, Carter Hayes, will come to the plate, and he has been, as we said, the man with the plan.
Only a sophomore, hitting .424, as we're going to see a little conversation on the pitcher's mound. But Carter hitting .424, 25 hits, leads the team with 32 RBIs, 10 doubles, couple of home runs, couple of triples. And you know, talking about his bat, though, Toby, and Carter might even be more valuable behind the plate.
Yeah, he's an outstanding defensive catcher. And from the left side of the plate, as our only left-handed hitter in the normal lineup, he provides a different look for pitchers. It's easy sometimes as a pitcher to get to see nothing but right-handed hitters and kind of fall into a groove, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
And
yes.
So it's sort of a different look.
Yeah, if you're working that corner, and you got a left-handed hitter, that changes the whole look. And right now they're going to stay with the original pitcher, talking about Crump. And again, he's one of their they have 2 pitchers basically that they have been going with this year, talking about the pitching for the Bulls, and that's Hunt and Crump. Outside these 2 guys, they don't have a lot of experience. They got a couple of guys who have pitched 11 or 12 innings, but it's been Hunt and Crump most of the year on the mound.
And you got to figure Hunt pitched on Tuesday.
That's it. They had to go with whatever they could to get that one done. And there's got a man hung up between second and third. That's Gabe Lillard. And they're going to try to run him down. Of course, coming into second base now. He's going to have to go back to first.
And they're going to get out of it.
And Gabe dives back in, and wow, the Bulls missed a golden opportunity. As the Maroon Devils come out with a heck of a situation there, getting out of there with no out.
That was an old-fashioned pickle play right there. And Gabe, athletic enough to stay alive and get back to the base. They had him picked off without even throwing a pitch to Hayes. And I know that's, again, as a coach, you're worried to death with Hayes up there, the number 4 hitter, the leading RBI producer on the opposing team. You got fast runner in scoring position. Good runner behind him, and your pitcher's struggling to find the strike zone.
That's it. And Carson was all the way down to second base before Gabe made that dive in. So, yeah, he added a little sauce into that play as well.
And the Rebel Bulls are wasting no time. They've got a man up in their bullpen down there working right now. In this situation, if you've got multiple pitchers, you use them all.
That's it. You got to do whatever it takes to get the outs. Yeah, because as you know, Coach, there is no tomorrow.
Nope, you can't save them.
Nope. You got to get it done today and worry about tomorrow when it gets here.
That's the good thing about being able to scratch and get some runs across early is then as a coach you can start thinking like that. Well, if I get this guy out, I can use him down the road. I know that Coach Shuler used Griggs and Lillard on Tuesday, and so Collins is fresh. He hasn't pitched. He's got a full pitch allotment, as does Carson Taylor. So he's got his ace on the mound, and then he's got his reserve should he need it.
Yep, got some good guys ready to go. There's a shot that's going to be in for a base hit, and it's going to be picked up cleanly in left field, but everybody's going to hold with one base. Again, now the ball gets through, but Gabe holds, the catcher and the pitcher combined to run down that throw that got to the backstop. But again, Gabe rolling on into third, Carson at second, and now Carter Hayes doing with that hot bat with a clean single. Bases loaded, 1 out, And again, coming to the plate now is going to be Will Jenkins. Will Jenkins, again, coaches, now we're going to have a pinch runner. Coming in is going to be Ronnie Griggs, who pitched some really good ball on Tuesday. But talking about the next guy up, hey, it doesn't get any easier. Will Jenkins hitting .439.
And producing in the clutch with runners on. He's got a big hole over here to work with if he can pull the ball between short and third. Third baseman in on the grass. The shortstop is over trying to hold Taylor close. And so Will with a hole there and a hole between first and second.
Yep, takes first pitch for a strike, 0-1 with one down. Will having a good year. 25 hits, 16 RBIs, couple of doubles, and he's a pretty good golfer too.
It looks as though Reese Crump's best pitch so far for strike has been breaking pitches. He's been able to get them across, and the fastball command has been a little lacking.
There's a swing and a miss, getting behind in the count now. Will 0-2 with one down, and the bases loaded. On deck is going to be Charlie Collins.
So the Maroon Devils in a chance to do some damage here in the bottom of the first with the bases full of Devils. And Will Jenkins at the plate. He's 0-2 though. There's a shot back up the middle. Will it get through? It does.
Yep,
and
2 runs in.
Taylor's going to try to score. He stumbled a little bit coming around. The ball's cut, and he's in with 2 runs for the Devils.
And big 2 RBI single for Will Jenkins. And Coach, we were talking about this in the first game on Tuesday against Hiwassee Dam. I really think the start was key because the Maroon Devils 5 runs in the first inning, jumping out early. It gave Ronnie Griggs some confidence, some comfort out there on the mound, as you know, with that lead. And right now the Maroon Devils off to another hot start. And it's going to be Charlie Collins. And of course, he had a good top of the first inning on the mound. Charlie Collins on the season, hitting .231, 6 hits, only 26 at-bats, 3 RBIs. He can hit the ball, but he just hadn't had a ton of at-bats as that one's fouled off.
Well, if you've got everybody else in your lineup producing the way Tyler Shuler does with this Swain team, and Charlie's your ace, which he is, you don't need him to hit. It's like the major leagues. You don't need your pitcher to hit. Let's let the others take care of that. You take care of the mound, and Charlie has done more than his share out there. So
he has.
At the plate is just bonus.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. Here's a pitch in, missing outside. We have runners still at first and second with a 2-0 lead with 1 down, 1-1 the count here on Charlie. Talking to his dad. Of course, he's got some family over there watching the game. Good turnout over there, actually, kind of behind the home plate area.
Good crowd today.
Yeah.
As we look around, and hopefully we got several people watching us here on the network as we bring this one to you. And you can't get out to the ballpark, we can bring the park to you.
There you go. Cooper Hyde is going to be on deck. And he reached for that one, and that's going to be a strike. 1-2 the count now. But again, Maroon Devils runners at first and second.
Cooper Hyde on deck for the Devils with 1 away here. You don't want to hit into a double play. It's about the only thing you want to avoid. Good take.
Yeah. Count runs 2-2 now.
Put that curveball on the outer half off the plate just a little bit. Trying to nibble out there, get Charlie to take a hack at it.
He likes that corner, doesn't he?
Good place to live.
Yes, indeed. Talking about Crump, the starting pitcher for South Stanley in red, gray, and white. There's a shot. Going to be up the middle. Another base hit. 1 run is in. Everybody else will hold. Good throw coming into home plate. Their outfielders have good arms. We got another base runner tied up between second and third, and this time they're gonna tag us. Will Jenkins got hung up with as he rounded second, wanted to go to third, and when that throw came in, he took off. But they have good arms on this South Stanley team, as we saw coming in from the outfield on a pretty good throw into home plate. So 2 down now, but again, the run scored on the base hit from Charlie Collins.
Collins will get a courtesy runner himself. It'll be
coming in is going to be Gavin Lanning.
Lanning to run for him.
Another guy who's versatile. Yeah, so many kids on this baseball team, Coach, as you know, as you see it in softball and other sports, that can do multiple things, and that's such a luxury. Now it's going to be Cooper hitting for the Maroon Devils. Cooper Hyde, his folks are here. Good to see them as always. Hitting .281, 9 hits. A big double on the year and a good base runner with 8 stolen bases. Another versatile player. Pitch in for a strike. course, I think Cooper plays everything. Basketball, football, runs track, I think.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those guys that do that. They're very busy young men.
Boy, and they are. Pick out, throw to first, not in time. But, getting to know these kids, they're not only busy, but they're good people.
Yeah.
And to me, that says tons about the kid themselves and about their parents.
Landing a good enough lead to draw a throw that time from Crump. And that was in the dirt for height. Back to even at 1-1.
Saw Cooper's brother today working on his quarterback play over at Carson Newman. Good to see him and wishing him well also. Connor, of course, a Maroon Devil. Cooper in there. Reese Winchester is going to be on deck. Pick out, throw, get a little closer. He's got a pretty good move.
Yeah.
Pretty good move over to first base.
He's practiced it enough this inning.
Yes,
He's had several attempts at it, which is always a good thing. It means you got runners on.
That's it. Maroon Devils with a 3-0 lead in case you're just tuning in. Pitch in and got him on a strike. Now it goes 1-2 with 2 out.
Good breaking ball again by Crump, rather. Froze Hyatt. Now he works ahead 1-2 in the count.
And again, pretty good lead over there again by Gavin Lanning. Against the pitch to the plate, going to be fouled away. But again, a good start here in the first inning with a 3-0 Maroon Devil lead here. Second round of the State 1A playoffs, and the Maroon Devils the only Smoky Mountain Conference baseball team still alive.
Yeah, because of a bloody Tuesday for the Smoky Mountain Conference. They lost all of the baseball teams and all but 2 of the softball teams.
It was a rough day. Here comes a pitch, and going to be fouled away again. Cooper hanging in there, taking his cuts. I know, of course, his South Stanley team went over to Clay County and eliminated Hayesville. And went over there the other day, as you mentioned, Coach Burrell. They have some new fields over there.
They do.
At a nice facility at Hayesville, right below the high school.
We were fortunate enough to be able to play in it when we went over there.
Cooper hanging in there. Pick out, throw again. Not in time. Gavin diving back. 2 out. 1-2 count with a 3-0 Maroon Devil lead.
The bullpen action, Gary, was Carter Moon, who's a junior for the Rebel Bulls, and we do not have any pitching stats on him this season at all. So,
wow,
pulling out all the stops.
Swing and a miss, dropped, strike on down to first base in time, and that's going to end the inning. So we leave 1 on base, but we got 3 across home plate as the Maroon Devils, after 1, have a 3-0 lead. We'll be back with the top of the second after this. Fans, welcome back. Top of the second inning here in round 2 of the State 1A playoffs. And there's a swing and a miss as Charlie Collins gets the leadoff man here in the second inning. Missing, as it's going to be their DH. Miller hitting now for the South Stanley Rebel Bulls. And trying to frame that one, Carter Hayes can't get the call. 1-1 the count here, Coach Burrell. We've got Miller, Hunt, and Ramirez for the Bulls here in the second. And that pitch going to be just a little bit inside in the dirt.
You know, Gary, it's the top of the second of a 7-inning game, and you don't want to say that it's a critical moment, but realistically, this is pretty much a critical moment for South Stanley to answer back in some way against the Maroon Devils and their ace on the mound here, either by getting some runners and threatening a little bit. And there's a flare down left field line. Looks like Blankenship's coming. He's got it.
He got it right before he runs into the chain link fence. Good brakes and good wheels by Cam Blankenship. And Coach Burrell, Miller, talking about the guy who just hit that foul ball, is their leading hitter, hitting .400. He only had 5 at-bats. But, hey, he got a couple of hits in those 5 at-bats.
But as I was saying, I think it's a critical point in the ballgame for the Rebel Bulls to be able to make some noise, if not scratch right here, just to put their minds at ease coming into this ballgame as an underdog, so to speak, and knowing that Swain's won 13 in a row, knowing their ace is on the mound and all of that stuff. It's one of those points where, you know, you don't want to fall behind and stay behind for a long period of time without at least getting some hits, putting some base runners around the bases, those type things.
That's it, and I think you're right. If you get in that hole, it just keeps getting deeper with the count running 2-1 now with 1 out. And Hunt, the batter, he hits a ground ball down to first base. Good play over there, no problem at all. Doing a good job, Gabe Lillard, and that's going to be out number 2.
Yeah, routine ground ball for Gabe. He came far off the bag to get it, but as we spoke of in the first, his athleticism is phenomenal, so winning the race to the bag was pretty much a no contest there for him. This will bring up Andrew Russell, who's their first baseman.
Big kid, big senior, about a 6-foot, 215-pounder, fouls one away. Again, talking about Russell, hitting .188 with 6 hits on the year, one of their 6 seniors.
That's a high heat right there, and he could not lay off of that. Talking to himself a little bit, but it was too good to leave alone.
Yeah, big hitters like that high heat, don't they?
Yep. Guys
with the big bats and the power. There's another one. He lays off that one.
I just started to say, if I'm calling pitches, I go right back, but a little bit higher. You keep going up that ladder until you find out what he won't swing at.
Yeah, he let that one go. Now 1-2 count. There's a ground ball, high hopper over to shortstop and on over to first base. Should be an easy play, and it was. Getting it done over there is Lawson Woodard, who's a good defender. And the Maroon Devils again keeping the Rebel Bulls of South Stanley out the scoreboard. We go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 Swain High.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Fans, welcome back. We're in the second round of the State 1A Playoffs. Our Maroon Devils playing here today against the South Stanley Rebel Bulls with the right to play the winner of Union Academy and Christ the King next Tuesday, weather permitting. And if you believe the weather forecaster's extended forecast, which are sometimes wrong, Weather looks pretty good next week, Coach.
Good.
We hope so.
It's beautiful out here at the park today, that's for sure, but we know that tomorrow is supposed to be a rain out. That's why we're playing today.
That's it.
And everybody across the state has followed suit with what we're doing, knowing that is the issue there.
Reese Winchester is going to be leading it off here in the bottom of the second inning with our Maroon Devils on top 3-0 and a 1-0 count to Reese. Our number 4 man, also the number 4 man defensively down at second base, and a 1-2 count.
Makes it easier when the players wear the number of their position on the scorecard.
That's it. Even I can follow that a little bit.
I need all the help I can get.
There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout as Reese goes down. That's only the second strikeout on the day here for the starting pitcher, Crump, for South Stanley.
Lawson Woodard, the shortstop, will bat, and then the Maroon Devils will turn the order over to Gabe Lillard back at the top. So Woodard and Winchester are the two that have been doing a phenomenal job down at the bottom of that order, getting on base for the top.
Yep, Lawson hitting a really strong .310 with 18 hits, 13 RBIs, a double, 7 stolen bases. Bright future for this sophomore Lawson Woodard. Ground ball down to second base. They handle it cleanly on to first in time. So 2 down quickly here in the bottom of the second.
And now the top back up for the Maroon Devils, and it'll be Lillard who walked, stole second, and then scored on the Will Jenkins single. The Maroon Devils' first run back in the first inning, and now it's the second inning, and he's batting again. To me as a coach, when I see that leadoff hitter come back up, I know I would rather see them 2 innings down the road instead of the next inning.
You said it. You said it, Gabe. Again, his stats are just out of sight. .449 average, leads the team there and 31 hits. A good base runner, a junior who can do it all. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count now with 2 out, nobody on. 3-0 Maroon Devil lead.
First strike Gabe seen from Crump in this one. He walked on 4 pitches back in the first, and this one he swung at. It was probably out of the zone, being a little anxious there.
Good hitters want to hit, don't they?
Absolutely.
Even if it's a bad pitch, they'll take a shot at it. 1-1 now with 2 down. Again, bases empty right now in the bottom of the second. There's a shot right over third base. It's going to be just foul down the third base side. Right over the head of Coach Tyler Shuler, doing a good job here. Number 1 seed from the Smoky Mountain Conference, number 4 seed in the West bracket. If we win, as we mentioned a moment ago, we could run into the number 5 seed, Union Academy. And if that happens, we'll be playing here next Tuesday, weather permitting.
And I would not hesitate to say that we'll have it for you here on the network as well.
Yes, indeed. We want to do all we can to support our athletes, as you know, Coach. They deserve it, and we like to do it.
2-2 count to Gabe now. Curveball caught him looking.
Yep, and that's going to be 3 up, 3 down. So now the Bulls will be back at the plate hitting in the top of the third, but the Maroon Devils on a 3-0 lead. We'll be back after this break. We've played 2 innings. Our Maroon Devils with a 3-0 lead now as the Rebel Bulls of South Stanley will be hitting. And they're going to be at the bottom of the order. They've got the 8-9, and then top of the lineup is going to be Buck leading off, the second baseman for South Stanley. And let's see if they can bounce back and get a little pep in their step, so to speak, after a 3-up, 3-down inning in that second inning. As we mentioned, Buck leading off here. For the Bulls, Buck hitting 176 on the year, 1 RBI in his stat column for the junior.
He is the number 8 hitter in their order, so they've got 8-9-1 up to start the third here, looking to get something going so far. They had base runners, but a double play by the Maroon Devils wiped that out back in the first when they threatened. And now, since then, it's 3 up, 3 down, and now Collins is back to 2-2 in the count here on Buck.
And the pitch just missing, running the count full now with 3-2. And nobody out here in the third inning.
And he lost him.
Yep, that one got away, and it's going to be ball 4 anyway. So on with the walk is going to be Buck, and now batting is going to be Springer. Actually, Springer, one of the better hitters in the lineup, hitting .279 with 12 hits, 3 RBIs, and a couple of doubles. For the sophomore, even though he's batting last, he's been getting the bat on the ball for South Stanley.
Well, you know, Gary, that's sort of a misnomer a lot of people have anymore, that your worst hitter hits 9th, and that's far from the truth.
You're right.
Bunt attempt popped up. Hayes could not get there.
Boy, it was right against the fence. He got a glove on it, couldn't pull it in. But you're right. So many times that 9 hitter is just kind of setting the table for that leadoff guy.
Yeah, that's the key. You know, you want your best hitters in your first 3 spots because they're going to get more at bats that way. But you want somebody in that 8-9 hole that's going to get on base at a high rate and be dependable base runners when they're on there, so that you can count on them coming around and scoring when those guys get hits at the top. And that's what they're up against here is Barbie's on deck and then Tucker. That's 2 of their better hitters. So they would love to move Buck over right here, if nothing else, with Springer's at bat, and at least get Buck in scoring position. Even 1 run out of this would be huge for the Rebel Bulls at this juncture of the ballgame.
That's right. They need something positive to happen on their side of things. There's a well-hit ball going to be going into deep center field. Cooper is back, has a beat on it, pulls it in, and again, he was looking pretty much back into the sun, as you know, Coach, and I know we practice in the sun, but we saw, for example, in the first round game against Hiwassee Dam, we saw a left fielder looking directly into the sun. Just missed it because he got blinded.
Yeah, well, and that is part of the game, but the one thing I've always told our kids is it's our field and we practice on it every day, so we know the sun's there, and if we don't take action with eye black, sunglasses, hat, whatever you need,
that's it.
Losing it in the sun's not an excuse. You got to come up with it.
And again, that is the home field advantage. That's what you play for in the regular season. Pitch high for a ball as the runner on first gets back with a 1-1 count and 1 down. Again, Buck over there at first base. Springer, number 9 hitter. Pretty good bat, though. Barbie, leadoff man on deck.
Breaking ball. Good one from Charlie that time. Got Barbie off rhythm-wise, out on his front foot a little bit. He missed it. So now Collins in the lead here, 1-2. He has a choice. Looks like they're going high. And he got him right at the letters.
Boy, he did. That was a man's fastball right there.
That was well placed, exactly where Carter Hayes set up, exactly where Tyler Shuler wanted that pitch, right at the letters, and caught him looking. And they're getting a little gruff from the South Stanley bench on that, and the coach, first base coach.
Yep. And now it's going to be that was actually Barbie. Now it's going to be Tucker at the plate, hitting with 2 out. There's a ground ball up the middle. Could be trouble, and it does get through for a base hit. And that's going to be Tucker's second hit on the day, Coach, as he's 2 for 2, having a pretty good day. And then Dennis is coming up right behind him. These are the guys who made noise in that first inning.
Yeah, Dennis actually got the hit in the first between short and third. And now, Gary, how important was it that neither Springer or Barbie was able to move Buck into scoring position, as he could have had a shot at scoring on that play from second, but being on first, he does not. So being able to keep him at first was a huge huge part for the Maroon Devils in this half of the third inning.
Oh, you said it now with Dennis hitting the starting catcher for the Rebel Bulls out of South Stanley.
Called strike. That gets the Maroon Devil faithful on the fence going.
Dennis on the year hitting .267. Has 3 doubles. He's got a pretty good stick with 16 hits, 5 RBIs, and another strike. Quick 0-2 count.
Now Charlie just pounding the zone on the outer half right there. 2 quick strikes at the knees. See if they're going a little further out now, and he leaves it too good, and it's into right. Taylor plays it. He comes up. They hold the runner.
Good throw coming in, and everybody holds at now the bases are loaded. Got one on every spot.
Big break.
2 out.
Big break for the Maroon Devils right there with 2 outs. Not being able to send that man home may end up cost them a run here. They're going to courtesy run for their catcher, and now they've got Reese Crump up. He hit into the double play last time to end the inning, but the South Stanley squad with an opportunity here to, as we said, scratch back into this ball game and lift the load a little bit. Good curveball, just misses at the knees for Collins.
Crump hitting .267 on the year. He's their home run leader with a couple of home runs, so he can hit it out. Also, their RBI leader on the season. Check swing, it's going to be a strike.
Good spot. Charlie working that upper half of the zone pretty well right now. Got that called third strike up there. He settled in on that one there.
Good rhythm.
This one is curved low and away. He gets the corner.
Got it.
Big pitch for Charlie again. He's 1-2. Last time 0-2, and he gave up the hit to right.
1-2 with 2 out now.
By going away. So let's see where they go this time. Curveball, fly to right.
Carson Taylor under it. Bases loaded. Big catch, big out. And the Maroon Devils again kind of keeping South Stanley under wraps here, Coach Burrell, because bases loaded but no runs.
Yeah, they left them loaded that time and got them loaded with 2 outs, but had they been more productive outs, they could have got that man in scoring position and got him home. So good job by the Maroon Devils and Charlie Collins to wiggle out of that mess and keep a score at 3-0. And the Maroon Devils will come up with their 2, 3, 4 hitters in the bottom of the third here, Blankenship, Taylor, and Hayes. And as we said, Taylor and Hayes, 2 of the hottest hitters in the Maroon Devil lineup right now. So you like your chances of seeing them out here in the third inning, trying to put a little more distance between us and the Rebel Bulls.
Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back. Bottom of the third coming up after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Our Maroon Devils going to be hitting, but Coach, this is not the only game in town, as we have a lot of other athletes getting ready for a big meet this weekend.
Yeah, the Maroon Devils and Lady Devil track teams, Smoky Mountain Conference champions, they will go this Saturday and try to win a regional championship, as the Western Regionals are on tap for Saturday, and I think that's at East Burke.
Yep.
If I was paying attention when Coach Blankenship came through just then.
Talking about Mr. Blankenship, it's going to be his son Cam is going to be hitting now, leading off in the bottom of the third inning. We hope the weather's going to be good this weekend.
Yeah, that's always dicey, when you get to those outdoor events like this and track. But there's not a whole lot you can do. You just got to kind of run it.
That's it. And hopefully they'll have decent weather. Again, so many times the extended forecasts are wrong when you look down the road, and hopefully they'll get better as Saturday rolls in a couple of days. Cam, foul ball. No, it's going to be right back to the pitcher, though. That's going to be an easy out. Number one over to first base as the pitcher makes the play. One down now in the bottom of the third. Our Maroon Devils up 3-0.
Taylor will bat now. He got a 4-pitch walk last time up and came around and scored the Maroon Devils' second run on the Will Jenkins single.
Again, Carson, a senior who has done so much this year, had a good football season, good wrestling season, now good baseball going on. Good to see these kids contributing in so many ways, in so many sports. There's a pitch just missing for a 1-0 count now with one down and a 3-0 Devil lead. And as we mentioned just an inning or so ago, we're going to be playing the winner of Union Academy and Christ the King next Tuesday. That, of course, can't count your chickens, as the old saying goes, until we win this one.
Absolutely, but for people writing stuff down on their calendars, wanting to reserve some dates, just kind of pencil that one in and let's see what happens here.
That's it.
Because you never know.
That's it.
Gary, it is worth saying while Carson hits, you talked about people haven't, and there's a long ball to right.
Deep right field. Deep right
Where's
field.
Where's it at? It's down.
Yep. One hopper, right fielder made a good play on it. Carson's going to roll into second base with a stand-up double. Carson Taylor getting our dugout excited. Carson now with 11 doubles on the year to lead the team.
That one I thought when it left the bat may have been out, but it held up.
Me too.
So Hayes with another RBI opportunity here. But what I was going to say is that the Maroon Devils had Connor Brown as the most valuable runner in the conference championships. And then on the women's side, Maisie Heltman and Arizona Blankenship were co-runners of the year in that event. So lots of accolades for Maroon Devil faithful there, and you can stay in tune with all of that on the Maroon Devils Network, as I know you're well aware because you follow us there, and it's where you get most of your information from, and you're pretty well informed. Oh, there's a drive.
There's another shot.
Way back.
Deep center field.
Could it? It's off the wall.
That's two in a row.
Taylor held up to make sure it was down. Now he's on his horse steaming for home. He's going to get it. Hayes barrels into second with a double.
How about that? A big double and a big RBI, which is even more important as the Maroon Devils lead now 4-0. And as we mentioned, Carter Hayes leading the team now with 33 RBIs on the year. And we're going to have a pinch runner coming in. Ronnie Griggs, again, going to be coming in. And to tell you my age, I actually coached Ronnie Griggs' dad in T-ball baseball way back in the day.
Well, Ronnie's dad's really young, isn't he? He's a pretty young guy.
Or maybe I don't think it's his grandpa. I'll put it that way. But Ronnie Griggs is Ronnie and Ricky, the Griggs, and good people, good family. It's going to be Will Jenkins at the plate. Again, so many good folks we know from so many years. There's a high hopper down to shortstop, and he makes the catch on to third, and he's going to get him at third base with the slide in. As, again, tough break for the Maroon Devils on that play by the shortstop and to get him at third base.
Yeah, that was a no-win situation for Ronnie right there. The ball was in front of him, and he hesitated just a little bit.
Yep.
And just never really know what the shortstop was going to do in that situation. It was an easy throw to third for him, and he took that, and Ronnie was hung out to dry.
Yeah, he was kind of in no man's land, as we like to say. All right, it's going to be Charlie Collins again at the plate. Had a big single last time and knocked in one of these 4 Maroon Devil runs as we lead 4-0 here on the bottom of the third. First pitch missing for a ball, 1-0 count. And Will over at first base now with 2 down.
At this juncture, after that last inning where the Maroon Devils wiggled out of the bases loaded to come back and score was a big deal. To put another run on the board when the South ended up leaving 3 stranded. Collins with a rip to center, right at the center fielder, though.
Yep, going to make the play. We leave one on base as we have played 3 innings here in the second round of the State 1A Playoffs. Our Maroon Devils up 4-0. We'll be back with the top of the fourth after this.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Top of the fourth inning coming up here in the second round of the State 1A Playoffs. Our Maroon Devils against South Stanley here at home at Swain County High School. And a already first pitch, swing and a miss as the Bulls will lead it off here. Coach Burrell in the top of the fourth.
Gavin Miller, the batter, he flew out to left field his first at bat, and that one just missed. The Maroon Devil faithful over there wanted that strike and didn't get it. And now Collins with a 1-1 count. Back to work. That one's fouled off back over our way.
Yep. And occasionally we do see a baseball and softball trade fields here. And
got a full-fledged wiffle ball game broke out over here on my field.
Hey, the sport is alive and well. And
I didn't know kids still got out and played.
That's a good sign. These kids are the exception.
I started to say, kind of does my heart good, to be honest with you.
There's a pitch in the dirt, but I tell you, Carter Hayes does not let many balls get through.
That's a good job of blocking that one up, keeping it in front of him with nobody on. So if you're
another foul, that one's
heads
over.
Up, kiddos.
No doubt. Ooh, got the top of the Lady Devil dugout. As again, hanging in there and taking his cuts is Miller.
Yeah, he's worked it full and now fouled one off here, so he's going to try to stay alive a little bit longer. As we said, the only left-hander in their lineup as well, and I think you alluded in the beginning, he's only had 5 at-bats in this whole season.
That's it. Good
but
bat,
this is a pretty darn good at-bat, to be honest with you.
He's hanging in there, fouling them off. But again, only 5 at-bats, got a couple of hits in those 5. Freshman.
7 pitches so far in this sequence, and he draws a walk.
Wow, that's a pretty good hitter there. So again, Miller is going to be on with, I think that's only my stats are unofficial, second walk of the day for Charlie.
Yep. And this is Ramirez, who grounded out to Gabe Lillard over on first back in the second inning.
Ramirez on the year, 114 batter, 5 hits, couple of RBIs, a double on the year for the junior. Takes the first pitch for a strike.
Collins gets that one out on the outer half again. The Rebel Bulls putting some signs on there with Terry Tucker.
Yep, pick-off throw.
Their head coach. He's assisted by Mark Tucker, Brian Tucker, and Aaron Lee.
A good bunch of guys. I was talking to Coach Terry Tucker, the head coach, earlier, and he was telling me about some of the issues they were having with getting a nice Trailways bus. Couldn't get one, had to use a school bus, and he says, but I'm not driving it. I'm not going to drive up here on these mountain roads.
To be honest with you, as a coach, it's tough to drive an hour, 2 hours, and especially in their case 3 or 4 hours, and then get out and mentally coach a game for 7 innings and then drive back.
You're right. Another foul ball off the bat of Ramirez.
That's one of the reasons we really don't like our coaches to have to do that. We'd much prefer somebody else drive them, because the thing most people don't understand about that is driving a bus full of kids and then coaching a game are both very
stressful.
mentally taxing and stressful.
Yeah.
And so by the time the game's over, you're mentally exhausted, and then you have to drive back in the dark on unfamiliar roads. And
Not good.
yeah, it's just not a good recipe. We've been doing it for umpteen million years, but that doesn't mean that it's
Pick out throw to first. Oh, it's close. Well, I tell you, Carter Hayes, he gets it down there in a hurry to Gabe Lillard, doesn't he?
that was a great throw.
It was.
Back to full count, though, here, and in this inning a little bit, Charlie's pitch count going up, as that's 8 pitches in that first at bat, now 5 more here, so already up to 13 pitches and nobody out.
Ground ball through the infield. That's going to be a base hit. Everybody will hold. And got runners at first and second now. Again, South Stanley getting runners on base here, Coach,
Yep.
but they just haven't got one to home plate yet.
And that's going to be enough for Coach Shuler to come out and talk to his guys, and specifically Charlie, to find out what's going on. And I wouldn't say settle him down a little bit, but if I'm in Coach Shuler's shoes, the 11, 12 pitch sequence there, the first 2 batters, has me a little bit concerned as to what's going on, if there's something physical going on or what we got. And let's just clear the slate a little bit and talk it over and come back out, and let's focus on getting outs right here and getting as many as we can as quickly as we can. I'm sure he's taking with him a scouting report that Russell grounded out to short the first time. Let's get that again, get a double play and that sort of thing. I don't think that was anything more than a check-in with his pitcher and a reminder to his infield, if I had my guess.
Yeah. And I think, again, it was just a tough at-bat in there, talking about the kid from South Stanley, Gavin Miller, just fouled several pitches off, and that adds up on a pitcher.
It does, and it's taxing on a pitcher because you begin to think, what have I got to do to get him out?
That's it. He was a tough out. Now hitting is going to be number 17, Russell, who grounded out to the shortstop last time up. And Russell on the season for the Bulls, hitting 188 with 6 hits, one of their 6 seniors. And talking about Union Academy, and there's a pick out throw to second. Oh, it got through. Now it's going to be Ramirez hustling on down to third base, and he's going to be in there safely as both runners advance now. So the South Stanley dugout coming alive here with an opportunity and nobody out.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate play. He really wasn't going to get off far enough to matter a whole lot, and you're trying the low percentage move right there, and it ends up costing you 2 bases. And now the double play's out of order, and you've got 90 feet away from home. So it's a tough break for the Maroon Devils. They're going to have a hard time wiggling out of this one, but they need to.
That's it.
Infield in at the corners, meaning Lillard and Jenkins will go home if the runner breaks. The infield's back in the middle with Lawson, Woodard, and Reese Winchester as they check the runner on second. Big swing and miss there.
Yep, count goes 1-1 again with no out. Runners in scoring position here for Russell, and he'll be followed by the last man of the lineup, Buck, coming up here, and he's on deck. And then they go back to the top of the lineup, and Barbie.
There's a shot to center. Hyatt's got an excellent arm, so this will be an interesting play. He left.
Cooper with a throw in, going to be going to be cut off, and now the run does score, and the runner does advance from second to third on the tag. But a long out there, again by Russell. Pretty well hit ball.
Yeah, it sure was deep enough to get the run home and to advance the runner.
Yeah.
Gabe was over to cut that off, but he was running at an angle where there was no way he could make a throw, and it was a great decision on his part not to try. Because if he throws that thing running at the angle he is and it gets away from Jenkins, then the other guy scores. And so it's a good decision on his part, and the Rebel Bulls are in good position right here to cut it to 1. You almost hope your fielders can't get to that one.
Yep, that one going to be out of play as Buck is hitting on the year, hitting 176, 1 RBI. He's that's going to be Springer. I'm sorry, he's the number 8 guy. And it's going to be Springer behind him before we get back to the top of the lineup and Barbie.
Yeah, we're at 8-9.
And they have done it with the bottom of the lineup, as you were talking a moment ago, Coach. That's big.
Yeah, they threatened with the top half, and now they've got the bottom half moving along, and now they're going to try to bunt him in. Jenkins on the run, and the runner, it wasn't a pure squeeze. It was just a safety squeeze.
Yep. Just
if anything, they
strike.
took a look at what the defense was doing, but now he's got 2 strikes on him, so that could be off depending upon what kind of hitter he is.
0-2 with 1 out. Again, we were talking about Buck the hitter on the year. 176 check swing. Did he go around enough?
And he's not going to ask.
So a lot of noise from the fans back there and the South Stanley dugout. 1-2 the count.
I thought he went.
Yeah, that was very close. There's a foul ball.
He did on that one.
Yep.
Last time up, Beck. Is it Beck or Buck? Buck.
Buck.
I'm
Yep.
sorry. He drew a walk, a full count walk, too. So he worked the count really well. Good idea of the strike zone. Now he's 1-2 with a foul ball.
Ooh, swing and a miss.
Good breaking pitch right there to get him.
Got him off balance, and that's a big strikeout for Charlie. Now 2 out. Still got a man down at third base, and it's going to be Springer coming to bat for the Bulls on the season. Springer this year, as we mentioned, pretty good hitter. 279, 12 hits, 3 RBIs, couple of doubles.
Well, he flew out to Cooper Hyde in center field last time.
Fouls that one off. We're talking about the winner of this game, probably going to be meeting up with Union Academy. South Stanley has already met Union Academy twice this year, losing 9-3 and 18-3. Union Academy, a solid team, number 5 seed. Our Maroon Devils, of course, number 4 seed. If that were to happen on Tuesday. Pitch just missing for a ball.
That was right at the bottom of the strike zone right there.
And that's not most hitters' pitch of choice. Pitch high for a ball. Runner scoots on back down to third base. But Charlie Collins, he's got good command of his pitches. He can work them inside, work them high. There's a high hopper down to shortstop. On over to first base. Throw is low, but dug out of the dirt over there again by Gabe Lillard. And the Maroon Devils keep one off the board here, Coach. It's a 4-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th, and we'll be back.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Our Maroon Devils here will now be seeing Cooper Hyatt, Reese Winchester, Lawson Woodard hitting. Our number 7, 8, 9 batters here with a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll tell you about some of the games as that pitch misses inside. Talking about South Stanley, they're part of that Yadkin Valley 1A, 2A baseball league or conference, and they are 4-6 in the conference. They have played Union Academy, as we mentioned a couple of times, losing both. Union Academy, if our Maroon Devils win today, would play them next Tuesday, we think. Union Academy is the top 1A school in that conference, 7-3. They're right behind North Stanley, an undefeated 2A team. So to give you just a little bit of idea of where they came from, there's a ground ball, slow roller to short, going to be tough, and they can't come up with it. And, Coach, as you know, that's almost an impossible play.
It sure is, because it's such a slow roller. You have to make that play perfectly. You see it in the majors all the time.
Yep.
Shortstops charge that, and they have to make it immediately. If they don't get the runner, and I think that was the case right there. I'm a generous scorekeeper, but I'm giving Cooper a hit on that one. I think it was a hit all the way. He was going to beat it out. And now they've got Reese Winchester up, and let's see what the strategy is as he took a long look at Tyler Shuler down here. If the bunt is on, try to move Hyde in, or if the steal is on, because Cooper is a good base runner.
He is.
He can swap a base for you.
You better believe it. 8 stolen bases on the year. Big swing and a miss for a strike one. Talking about Reese hitting .290, 9 RBIs, 9 hits. Good bat, 3 doubles. He can get that extra base. Reese only a sophomore.
Reese has had a good athletic year that has really paid off for him. He had a good season in football where he came on and contributed as a sophomore. And then in basketball, he stayed on the JV team all year, but he was the lead player on that JV team, and he learned how to be the floor general in doing that. So I think it was a very good growth year for Reese so far, and then he's come in and provided a big boost for the Maroon Devils here on the baseball field at second base.
I totally agree, Coach. And there's the Cooper taking off, throw it down to second. Good throw, but boy, Cooper just slid under it. I mean, that was like a half second, but he got there.
Good jump by Cooper. Great slide that put him in position to make that a whole lot easier. He slid right underneath the tag as it was coming.
He did.
And so now Winchester with a 1-1 count, he has a chance to do some damage here. A little flare somewhere, gets high at home. If anything else in this at bat, Winchester really needs to move him to third if at all possible.
Dennis, the catcher for South Stanley, a good arm. Obviously, there's a swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. And you know, I think Reese is going to be looking at a very solid football season next fall as well.
I think you're right. I think this athletic year's done nothing but really put him in a position to excel and grow next year even exponentially.
Yep, he's a smart player, and
it's a confidence thing. You know, when you have this kind of success that he's had this year, his confidence level is up. You can tell that by looking at him out here on the baseball field, that he's confident in what he's doing, and he's more confident as an athlete than we've seen in the past.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's going to pay off for him.
There's a foul ball. Talking about some folks we want to thank. We want to thank again Stacy and Matt Pegg. Also, Gerald McKinney helping out with the broadcast fee that, of course, we have to pay the state to carry these playoff games. And in the game Tuesday, Perry and Diane Shuler, just great folks, and we appreciate them for helping make the broadcast possible here on the Maroon Devils Network. As again, Reese Winchester hanging in there with a 1-2 count, nobody on, 1 on.
Oh,
got him swinging on that one. A pretty good breaking ball there, coaches.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch for Reese.
It was.
It was too good to take and too good to hit, really. To be honest with you, it was a great pitch by the pitcher.
Yeah, you had to go. You had to go after that one. And again, still down at second base now is Cooper. 1 out. And it's going to be Lawson Woodard hitting for the Maroon Devils with a solid .310 season at the plate.
He grounded out to second in his first at bat. That would be a productive out here to move the runner over into third.
And he can do it with 18 hits on the year.
The first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. And Crump comes set now, working out of the stretch, and way out on his front foot at that breaking ball. Lawson, the timing way off on that one. He was fooled.
Yep. 0-2 the count now with 1 down. Maroon Devils up 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning here. Of course, scheduled for 7. Maroon Devils had a 5-inning win on Tuesday. There's a shot between shortstop and third. Diving, knocking it down. Cooper is going to come all the way around and score. Here comes the throw in late, and the pitcher backing it up. But again, good hustle down there going into second base. Now the Maroon Devils have a 5-1 lead. That was some good hustle all the way around.
A good job of reading that by Cooper Hyatt.
Yes.
Knowing the situation and being aggressive. And it paid off big time for the Maroon Devils as another insurance run comes across for Swain in the top of the order back up, and Lillard with Woodard in scoring position.
Yes, and Lawson doing a good job watching where that ball was thrown around and broke and made it down to second base in scoring position now with still only one out. Gabe with a walk and a strikeout and 2 plate appearances here this afternoon. Swing and a miss as Lawson getting off the bag a little bit on deck. Behind Gabe, of course, going to be Cameron Blankenship.
Worth noting that it was a great adjustment by Lawson Woodard on that. He was fooled badly on the pitch prior to and got almost the same pitch and adjusted and hit a line drive to shortstop. Shortstop did a great job getting his glove on, but solid hit by Lawson.
Oh, no doubt. Shortstop knocked it down and kept it in the infield. Very athletic shortstop out there for the Bulls, talking about Barbie.
Carter Moon has been throwing this whole time in the bullpen, Gary. I don't know if that's just a scheduled bullpen session for some reason or if he's in reserve in case Crump needs the help.
There's another high
ball. It's off the glove again. He just couldn't make the play. That's going to get Woodard home.
So now rolling on into second base as that ball gets into the outfield is going to be Gabe Lillard. Again, a solid hit. And the shortstop just doing a great job, Toby. But, hey, you can't get to those balls between shortstop and third all the time.
Well, the key to that is that he's having to hold the runner on second. And by doing that, he's playing way over. So they're talking about switching that now. He's moved over the hole, and the second baseman's going to take that now. But in the previous 2 times, it was the opposite.
Yep.
And he was all the way over behind second, holding the runner, opening a big hole between third and short.
Now Cameron Blankenship, the hitter, has struck out and grounded to the pitcher in 2 times. But the Maroon Devils, again, taking advantage of that hole. Here's showing bunt, but that's going to be a call strike. 0-1 the count, 1 down. Maroon Devils with a 6-1 lead. And still got a man in scoring position. Gabe Lillard, the leadoff man.
And Blankenship showed bunt and took that. And it was called strike. That got the Maroon Devil faithful over here stirred up a little bit.
Didn't agree with that call.
They did not agree with it at all. And a good take that time by Cam.
1-1. Carson Taylor on deck.
So the big bat's getting ready to roll through. Taylor 2 for 2, 1 for 1 on the day with 2 runs scored.
Yes.
As he walked the other time. And Hayes is 2 for 2.
Yep. And Will Jenkins has a big single for 2 RBIs. There's a swing and a miss. Good cut by Cam, but that's going to run the count 1-2 with 1 down.
And now the shortstop is still back at the normal position here. Second baseman still trying to hold Lillard, opening a hole between first and second for Cam. If he can shoot one through there, we'll get another run home because Lillard is a good base runner.
He can go.
And that one is hit over here towards us.
And rolls foul down here.
Joanna McMahon able to get out of the way of that one.
We're talking about Gabe Lillard. He's our leading base stealer coach with 12 swipes on the year. So he knows how to get around the infield. Cam hanging in there, 1-2 count.
Curveball caught him.
Got him on a call, 3rd strike. 2 down now. Still got a man in scoring position with a 6-1 lead as big Carson Taylor coming to bat. Again, he's been on base twice with a big double and a walk.
Well, you'd love to say we'll pitch carefully to Carson right here, and if we walk him, we walk him. But then you got Hayes on deck, so it's pick your poison. You're going to have to pitch to one of those 2 dudes.
You better believe it. As we mentioned, the top of the order for this Maroon Devil batting lineup is a pitcher's nightmare. I mean, if you're doing a scouting report and you look at the stats and you're the starting pitcher, you're like, oh boy.
Well, if you're the pitcher or the pitch caller, you want some easy outs in that lineup, some ones that you know you can get. They're not going to hit it hard. You get them, but if you get all of them who are thumpers and just waiting on you to bring it, it's rough.
That's
it's very rough mentally.
It's a mental game. 0-1 the count, 2 out, 6-1. Swain County leading South Stanley. Second round of the State 1A playoffs here on the West bracket. As we mentioned, as Coach Burrell said, now the pitcher, Crump, off the rubber there. But it was Bloody Tuesday for the Smoky Mountain Conference in baseball and softball. The Maroon Devils, the only baseball team left from the league.
And the softball side is just Robbinsville and Hiwassee Dam, and they play each other.
They have to. So
today, they're playing right now, actually.
One of those is going down today, leaving only one softball and hopefully one baseball team after today. Carson, high hopper right up the middle, going to be in for a base hit. And here comes Gabe as the center fielder bobbled it just long enough to allow Gabe just to roll in as he slowed up on a 7-1 Maroon Devil lead. Again, those high hoppers, Coach, are an infielder's nightmare when they're up the middle.
Boy, they are, and that one looked like it came off turf. It bounced so high.
It did.
And a solid single for Carson, who's now 2 for 2 with 2 runs and an RBI.
Yeah.
Productive day for him. Carter Hayes also productive. He's 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI and a run scored. So
we're going to see a pitching change, I believe.
Well, as we said, Moon has been warmed up, and he's standing at the gate of the dugout there, ready to come in, and here he comes. So he's going to check in, and we'll see what that's going to mean for Crump.
Yep,
and seeing where he's supposed to go. He's going to left, it looks like.
And Moon is a big fella, 6'1", 250-pound junior on the season. Moon has pitched 12 innings, so he has had some work, but just not a ton of work on the year. 12 innings pitched, an ERA of 5.25 on the year, giving up 16 runs. 9 of those were earned. 18 strikeouts against 5 walks, 4 doubles on the year, given up by Moon. But again, he's an imposing figure out there.
He is. And trying to record those switches in my scorebook I'm keeping. He throws it pretty good, runs it up there pretty good. So it'll be a different look for the Maroon Devils, and that's sometimes all you're looking for as a coach is just to get them off of that look they're on and give them a little something different, a little different angle, a little different speed, something that keeps them off of it a little bit. Obviously, the Maroon Devils on it pretty good here in this inning as they've tallied 3 so far. And
big 7-1 lead.
Most all of it has been earned. There's not been a whole lot that the South Stanley squad has given us during that stretch.
Yep, we beat that hole between shortstop and third up pretty good.
Yeah, and that was the key was where that hole was, and that's just typical the way you play it in baseball. And if you're holding a runner, it wasn't anything they were doing that was wrong. It's just the Maroon Devils were able to take advantage of it.
And Barbie, their shortstop and their leadoff hitter, is one of their best athletes. You can see watching him. He has great range, great athleticism. But, hey, when that ball's out there too far, it's just too far.
Yeah, you can't get it. He did a great job to get to it. He actually probably shouldn't have got to it because both times he got just enough on it to deflect it from the left fielder, which allowed our runners to score. I think they would have anyway, but he wasn't able to get it clean. And let's see if I think they're trying to screw up my lineup card. They know I'm doing it in pen.
Ramirez is
so they're running Ramirez back in there.
He's going back.
And somebody's coming out. I guess it's Springer. So who knows?
Yep, that's it.
That's what I get for doing it in pen.
Oh, man. So not a whole lot of changes, though. As we look around the defense, of course, the big one, the pitching change that we were just talking about with Moon coming on. And
so it's Hayes batting now for the Devils.
And he's had a good day. Again, 2 for 2, as you mentioned, with an RBI. And he's not a guy, if you're coming in from the bullpen, Carter Hayes not a guy you want to face, as he has just had a great year. 424 average, 25 hits, 10 doubles, team leading now 33 RBIs, 2 home runs. I mean, his stats are just phenomenal.
That pitch low and in the dirt. Hayes went after it and didn't get it, so he's down in the count here to Moon fresh into the game.
0-1 with 2 down. Carson Taylor down at first base. Also good wheels. 8 stolen bases on the year. And that one just about got to the left shin or the right shin of Carter as it bounces through in the dirt.
Bottom of the 4th still here at Swain. Maroon Devils have built a little bit of a commanding lead here, 7-1 now.
Good work at the plate and good work defensively too. When it takes both. There's a shot up the middle again, getting by the shortstop. That's going to be in for at least a single. It's a slow roller, rounding and coming into third safely, and now with a stand-up double. What a day for Carter Hayes. 2 doubles, a single, 3 for 3, and an RBI.
And boy, he stroked both those.
Yes, he
last
did.
Ones. That was crushed.
Talking about that, of course, trying to save Carter's legs a little bit. He comes out, and Ronnie Griggs comes back in. Ronnie with good wheels with 6 stolen bases. And another good stick at the plate here for the Maroon Devils. Talking about Will Jenkins. He had a 2 RBI single his first time up.
Yeah, he's the leading RBI guy on the day.
Yeah.
As RBIs are spread throughout the lineup.
Pitch in the dirt from Moon.
We've got Lillard's got 1, Taylor's 1, Hayes is 1, Collins is 1, and Woodard's 1. And then
spreading him around.
Jenkins has got 2, and he's got 2 in scoring position here as he bats in the bottom of the 4th.
He steps out of the box now, and umpire calls time. 2 out, 1-0 the count.
Moon's pace a little bit slower than Crump's was. He's working more deliberate.
Yep, that's one thing I like about pitch in, missing outside and low. Charlie Collins doesn't mess around. He works fast out there on the mound.
He does. He likes a quick pace.
Yep. And every pitcher is different, though.
And that's a fact. They are.
As you know.
Some like to work in that, and some like to work a grind, and
you just got to go with what's best for the pitcher.
Yeah, it just depends on their personality and what they want.
There's a foul ball going to be back against the fence.
Good cut by Will on that one, though.
Yeah, several people made the drive up from South Stanley, Coach, and good to see them up here in the mountains again for the second time this week as they played over at Hayesville on Tuesday, winning 3-1.
Well, they could have just stayed, I guess.
Yeah.
Made a vacation of it.
And, of course, they didn't get much rest playing Tuesday and now Thursday with rain expected on Friday. Swing and a miss by Will. Will on the season, great year, 439 average, 25 hits, 16 RBIs, couple of doubles for one of our seniors. And we
5 seniors on this team.
Yeah, we hope they're all going to be playing next Tuesday. Oh, swing and a miss. Got him swinging. So we leave a couple on base, actually. But it's a 7-1 lead after 4 innings. The Maroon Devils in control right now. We'll be back after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th and the top of the lineup for South Stanley here in the second round of the State 1A playoffs. And talking about the top of the lineup, Barbie, their outstanding shortstop. We've got him twice today on strikeouts.
He should have bumped that first time, Gary. trying to get on any way he can.
And Charlie Collins still throwing hard. That one's going to be high and outside to the Rebel Bull shortstop, who again has had a solid season.
He offered at that bunt, so now he's down 1-2 in the count right here.
Barbie on the year. His average not outstanding, 203, 5 RBIs. He's their leading run scorer, 16 runs on the year. But an outstanding defensive player, as our Maroon Devils have been keeping him busy at the shortstop position. But again, he's a very good base runner. Their leading base runner with 15 steals. There's a drop third strike. Carter Hayes coming out of the gate and knocks him out at first base with no trouble. One down here in the top of the 5th. It's been a tough day for Barbie, the leadoff guy.
Well, Tucker is 1 for 1. He's been on base every time he's been up, as has Dennis, who follows him next. So
yes.
This is a good spot in the order for the Rebel Bulls to make a little bit of noise.
And Tucker's their one of their best hitters, Coach. Their .393 average, 7 RBIs, got a double, 24 hits on the year, and a very good base runner, 15 of 17 on stolen base attempts. But again, solid .393 average. Leading the team with 24 hits. That pitch low and away. Going to run 2-0 with 1 down. Check that 1-0 with 1 out here in the 5th. Pitch high for a ball, missing, going 2-0.
Worth note that nobody has been warming up for the Maroon Devils in terms of bullpen work. I would assume that the next man up would be Carson Taylor, and he's in right field, but he has not thrown in between innings or anything of that nature. So it looks like it's Charlie's show here.
Yep. Tucker gets on with a walk, and I think that's only the second or third walk of the day for Charlie, so not a bad day at all. Dennis, as you mentioned, coming up, he's been on both times with base hits.
He has, to right and to left.
And one thing about it, Coach, South Stanley has been guilty, as some teams are, of leaving guys on base.
Yeah, they've stranded some runners here that they could have done big things with. They've not been able to convert.
That's it.
And so now they try again every inning other than the second. They've had runners on.
Every time.
And they've not been able to move them around other than the 4th and getting that 1 run.
And Tucker, a really solid hitter, .393 average, 7 RBIs, 24 hits on the year, has a double. And as we mentioned, for the senior, a good base stealer. And now Coach Tyler Shuler coming out.
It just started to say that if I'm Coach Shuler, I'm a little concerned right now because of Charlie falling behind to these last 2 hitters and having to work from behind. And so I'm probably going to be curious as to know what he feels like, how he's feeling, that type of thing. And that's a conversation coaches have to have with pitchers, and you have to preface that beforehand in bullpen sessions. If I come and talk to you for the good of the team, you got to be honest with me. If you're gassed, you need to tell me you're gassed.
Right.
If I come out and look you in the eye, generally when I go out, I look them in the eye, and that tells me all I need to know. If they're looking at me in the eye like, what are you doing out here, then I know we're okay. But if they're looking away, kicking dirt and things of that nature, I'm like, yeah, you're probably out of gas here.
Yeah, time for a bullpen.
Now, that may not have been the situation at all right there. I don't know what it was, but that would have been, if I were in Coach Shuler's shoes, that would have been my concern, is that not that he's lost anything, but he has fallen behind on both of these hitters. And he had a 2-2 count on the leadoff hitter before he struck him out. So, again, that's pause for concern. I know these are 2 of their better hitters, and sometimes your thought process is, let's just walk both of them and pitch to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, Tucker and Dennis are solid. Pick out throw to first. Just getting back over there. But they got a brand new baseball in. So Charlie's going to try to work on that a little bit. At the plate is going to be Dennis again, 2 for 2 on the day for South Stanley.
There's strike.
Got a strike in there.
And there's several factors at work too, Gary. The sun's setting right now. We're out of the sunlight now. It's a little cooler. It's not cold, but it's a little cooler. So if you're out there working, it's a little easier not to get quite as loose as you've been.
Right. There's
the early innings.
2 walks in a row now. Is just going to bring up Crump, the number 4 batter in the lineup, who grounded into a double play and flied to right field in 2 times. Crump, 267 hitter, team leader in RBIs with 10, and also has 3 doubles on the year and a couple of home runs. He's hit a couple out.
Well, he's got a perfect opportunity to drive home a run right here. I would say the Maroon Devils would gladly concede a run to keep the other runners off of scoring position, so this is a good spot for him to hit in.
So Crump at the plate, fouls one off behind home plate, out of play with 1 out. Runners at first and second, and a 7-1 Maroon Devil lead.
And now we've got a little stirring in the Maroon Devil bullpen over here as Ronnie Griggs is throwing. He threw on Tuesday, but he didn't exhaust his pitch count, so he can come in and work a little bit. Ronnie picked up the win on Tuesday against Hiawassee Dam, actually.
He had a good game. And it was a good game from start to finish.
And now Charlie's come back and gotten ahead 0-2 right here, which is what you want to see after those back-to-back walks, is just to come back in and get ahead of the hitter and do your thing.
Missing outside.
He threw that one right where Carter Hayes wanted it, high and away, trying to get a swing. So good pitch sequence by Collins in this one.
Got runners at first and second now for the Bulls. And a good stick at the plate, missing inside. That's going to run at 3-1.
I got 2-2.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure it is 2-2. The first 2 pitches were strikes. He swung at the first one, fouled it back, and then he got a call strike.
Yeah, looks like the ump held up 2 fingers on each hand. There's a check swing, and I believe that's going to be a ball.
He's going to ask for help this time, and no, he did not go.
Yeah, that one was close, but I think he held up.
I would agree with you.
That should run it full, I think.
It is full.
1 down, full count. Runners at first and second. Big pitch here coming to the cleanup man, Crump, hitting for South Stanley. And he got him.
Big
Call
pitch.
3rd strike. That was a huge pitch for Charlie Collins and the Maroon Devils.
It sure was, because he battled that at bat right there, and that was a good pitch.
Yes, it was. And, of course, I like to call him. And that's just, boy, that's what you like to see as a catcher and a pitcher. I mean, that's a big out. 2 outs.
So this is Miller, and he, if you recall back in the 4th, he's the guy who worked the 8 pitches and worked a walk out of Charlie in a great at bat. And we noted at the time that the kid had only had 5 at bats this season.
Yes, and he kept fouling the ball off. But again, good time at the plate there again for Gavin Miller, a freshman. But again, pretty good eye at the plate as Charlie steps off the rubber and checks the runners at first and second with 2 out. Charlie hanging in here, though.
He sure is. And
ooh, that's a big pitch. Got him swinging. And he swung for the cheap seats on that one.
As we said back when this happened, it was cause for concern because of the falling behind against those 2 good hitters, that he'd lost a little bit of his placement on his pitches, maybe a little bit of feel. He asked for some new balls.
Yep, another foul ball.
And got those brought in, and maybe the feel on the stitching just wasn't what he wanted.
Yeah.
But a little cause for concern, a little bump in the road, if you will, in the 5th. But he's managed it pretty well so far. He's still got another mile to go right here, but I don't think he's ahead in this count. As we said, this kid worked to walk last time, but the 1-2 count, and he fouled that one off.
Ball low.
And he goes with something low in the zone, trying to get him to swing. Left-handers love to swing at low pitches.
Yep, 2-2 count. Miller hit a pretty good ball to left field his first time up.
And that
good
one
shot.
high and tight.
Now it runs full, 3-2 with 2 out. 2 runners on. Payoff pitch coming here in the top of the 5th inning as the Maroon Devils have a 7-1 lead.
And the runners will get a running lead now, so they'll be able to score from second easily on a hit and probably go first to third on a hit because they're in motion.
Oh, he got him.
Great pitch.
Second out in a row on a called 3rd strike, and that leaves 2 stranded. And Coach Burrell, those were 2 huge outs for Charlie Collins and the Maroon Devils.
Huge outs in this ball game to keep the lead at 7-1. As we said, runners were running. If they puts anything in play for a hit, he's going to score runs. And Charlie with a good inside corner pitch right there that caught the corner and got him out of the inning.
Oh, big inning. Fans, stay tuned. Bottom of the 5th coming up as the Devils lead 7-1. We'll be back.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Back live on the Maroon Devil Network here on this.
I don't hear anything. There it is. Hello.
Welcome back, fans. We're back to the bottom of the fifth inning here, as it's going to be the pitcher at the plate, Charlie Collins, leading off for our Maroon Devils here as he takes the first pitch for one down. We appreciate Josh Gordon doing all the good camera work here this afternoon. As you can watch the great game, and you got to listen to Coach Burrell and me, but other than that, it's been a good ball game. And our Maroon Devils with a nice 7-1 lead here on the bottom of the fifth. Second round of the state 1A playoffs here. Winner will play next Tuesday, more than likely against Union Academy. Union Academy playing Christ the King. Union, the number 5 seed in that game, the higher seed, if you will, against Christ the King. But sometimes, coaches, you know, the higher seed doesn't always win.
That's why the playoffs happen.
And I was going to look up the seed here. I'll try to check that as we go along here as our Maroon Devils try to get some more runs on the board. They've been getting it done so far today. Pitch low in the dirt from Moon, who has come on in relief. But talking about Christ the King, they are a number 12 seed. But ironically, even though they're a number 12 seed in the playoffs, they're actually ranked number 8 in the state rankings, which means they're a pretty solid team. And,
interesting.
Yes, indeed. And they're playing Union Academy, the number 5 seed, here this afternoon with the winner of that one playing the winner of this one, as that's going to be, looks like out number 1.
Yep, and that'll be Hyatt to bat. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Single back in the 4th, came around and scored after stealing a base. So good day at the plate for Cooper.
Cooper is a good guy to have in center field because of his good wheels. He can cover a lot of ground, hitting .281 on the year, 8 stolen bases. One of those good 5 seniors, and we have some really, really good seniors on this team. Pitch in for a strike, 1-1 now with 1 down. And Coach, you know from your years, senior leadership is just invaluable.
It is. It's a calming influence in troubled times.
Yes.
When things aren't going right, and it's a great influence in good times.
No doubt about it. And right now, 2-1 the count now with 1 out, 7-1 Maroon Devil lead. There's a shot right back to the pitcher, Moon. No problem over to first base with 2 down now on the bottom of the 5th. And coming up is going to be Reese Winchester.
So the Rebel Bulls working on getting themselves out 1, 2, 3 in this inning. It'll be the first clean inning they've had since the 2nd.
Yes.
Where they got 3 up, 3 down. And this will be Winchester, as we said. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
Coming into the game, the sophomore, Reese, our second baseman, 290 average with 9 hits, 3 big doubles on the year. Doing a good job at second base. Takes pitch number 1 for strike 1. 0-1 the count with 2 down. And remember, as Coach Burrow mentioned earlier, mark that date next Tuesday. There's a shot by the shortstop. Clean base hit. Nice shot by Reese Winchester as he gets on now with 2 out. Let's see if our Maroon Devils can have a 2-out rally with Lawson Woodard coming to the plate. Got a base hit last time.
Reese Winchester joins the hit parade.
Yes.
Pretty much everybody today. So look back at it, I think everybody in the lineup other than Cam has got a hit.
That's it. It has been the hit parade, no question. And Lawson, good stick, 310 average, 18 hits this year, 13 RBIs out of those with a double. There's a ball that catcher couldn't quite get his glove on, and hustling on down to second base is going to be Reese Winchester now with 2 out.
Lights on now at the stadium. So we'll have a little after dark baseball. As we said, the sun is set behind the mountain there, and it's we're totally in the shade now here.
Nice.
Meaning that the afternoon sun is gone from the field.
Defenders won't have to look at it.
Exactly. And it does cool off several degrees when that happens.
It does. Pitch in, just missing for a ball. 2-0 the count now. And fans, don't forget, if we win today, no matter who we play, we're going to be playing next Tuesday, weather permitting. I'm guess around 6, probably, again, a later start here in the playoffs. Stepping out is going to be Lawson. Steps out of the box here as Moon steps off the rubber. And now everybody getting back to their assigned spot, and we're ready to go with a 2-0 count. Got him on a strike there, 2-1 now. On deck, top of the lineup, of course, and Gabe. But next week, and as all coaches and players know, in the playoffs, every game gets tougher. Swing and a miss for a 2-2 count.
Well, every round the difficulty increases.
Yes. As, of course, we had 32 teams in the West, 32 in the East. That field got cut in half Tuesday. Going to be cut in half again. Most people playing today. Ground ball. This time the shortstop has a play. Gets it on over to first in time. We leave one on and we go to the top of the 6th, but the Maroon Devils still in the driver's seat with a 7-1 lead, and we'll be back. All right, let's see here. Fans, welcome back on the Maroon Devils Network. Gary Ayers along with Coach Toby Burrell, South Stanley and Swain County here at home at Swain High, and the Maroon Devils with a 7-1 lead here. As again, South Stanley won over Hayesville Tuesday. Our Maroon Devils winning over Hawassi Dam on Tuesday. to advance here into the second round.
Alex Ramirez to lead off for South Stanley.
I think he got a base hit last time up.
He did, solid single.
Yep.
And part of that productive inning that South Stanley had in the fourth where they scratched home a run, he was part of that with a single to move Gavin Miller around the bases and allow him to come in on a fly ball by Russell.
Ramirez, a junior for the Bulls.
And we do have action down here in the bullpen. It's Griggs again as he's throwing. Not necessarily, a little bit more of a purpose now. As I just started to say, he's just loosening up. Then he took a full windup and let one go. So
yeah, he's throwing it with a little steam on it. There's a foul ball, and Charlie Collins, of course, right here into the sixth inning. Only one run on the board for South Stanley.
I would venture a guess that if we work into any more difficulty, like last inning, that it may be a short leash for Charlie, and that's a good call, third strike.
Well, I tell you what, is that 2 or 3 in a row almost?
That's
really
3 in a row looking,
yes,
all of them.
Looking, no doubt.
Here comes Shuler, and it makes you wonder if he's on some kind of pitch count, which he could be, to make sure that he can pitch again on Tuesday. He is.
Yep, there's the ball.
He is done.
Yep, and he's had an outstanding game. Obviously, with a 7-1 lead, he can leave with the win in his back pocket if we can close it out.
Well, he did exactly what you want an ace to do, which is keep your team in it, make the other team work for what they get, and pitch out of any jams that you get into. And he did that with spades.
Yes.
Today.
And this is one of the advantages, as you mentioned, Coach, of playing today on Thursday. That gives you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for Charlie to rest up and get ready to go again.
Yeah. And, you know, the key in high school is you only get so many pitches, and when you get to that threshold, you have to sit out so many days. And I would venture a guess, I don't know what his pitch count is, but I would venture a guess that this move allows him to be able to come back and pitch some on Tuesday for sure, because you want all of your pitchers available.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because it's not like you can say, well, we can pitch if they're A, B, C, and D, we can pitch D in this one because we got an easy W. It doesn't work like that. So
nope.
You got to figure that you got to keep coming back with your best guy. And so far in the season, he has been our best guy. But now, saying that, Gary, doesn't necessarily say that the other three aren't good.
No.
That's why we're where we are.
That's right.
That's why we're the number one seed, because we have a pitching staff that all four are very good pitchers.
No doubt about it. Talking about Lillard, Griggs, Collins, and Taylor. These guys have got it done. Talking about some of Ronnie Griggs' numbers coming in with a 2.82 ERA, 3-0 as far as wins and losses. His ninth appearance on the year. He's pitched just over 22 innings, giving up 9 earned runs. Listen to this strikeout to walk ratio for Ronnie Griggs. 32 strikeouts, only 4 walks.
So Ronnie's a guy who's going to be around the plate, move the ball around, and have good control over what he's doing. As we mentioned, he pitched Tuesday.
Yes.
He started Tuesday and got the win for the Maroon Devils. Lillard worked relief, 2 innings worth in relief. But, again, that was to keep them under 40 pitches so they could pitch today. And that's why Griggs is able to come out here, is because he and Lillard split the Hiwassee Dam game up. But you can't do that if you don't have good pitchers.
That's right. And our Maroon Devils are blessed with some good pitchers. Coming on to hit now is going to be Andrew Russell. And it's going to be popped up and caught down at first base. And that's the way when you got a new pitcher coming in to get an easy out.
Yeah, one pitch.
Yes. You like those,
which is key if you're on those pitch counts, and that was sort of Charlie's undoing there. Is he ran into a pitch count problem there with the 5, 6, 7 hitters over the last couple of innings where they really worked him hard.
Yep, a lot of foul balls, and so Ronnie is off and running, 2 out, nobody on. Here in the top of the 6th inning, hitting now for South Stanley is going to be Buck, and Buck on the day. Got on with a walk his first time, struck out his last time up. There's a ground ball foul over here. Boy, right at the head coach, talking about Terry Tucker here for South Stanley.
Tough bounce right
yes,
there.
That was. That's off that grass. It's tough.
That is why I get out of the way, because I am not quick.
There's a swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes again. 1-2 the count now with 2 out.
Well, Griggs' job right here is to come in and pound the zone like we talked about. Throw strikes, make them do stuff, and get us through 2 innings here and still keep himself able to swing. And
yeah, Carter, they avoided the tag on the 3rd strike, but hey, there's an easy play. And hey, that was an easy inning for the Maroon Devils as we go to the bottom of the 6th with a 7-1 lead here in the state 1A playoffs. We'll be back.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Back live on the Maroon Devils Network. Here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-1 lead by the Maroon Devils. And, wow, good way to start the inning here, Coach. Our top of the lineup, Gabe Lillard, Cameron Blankenship, Carson Taylor, 1, 2, 3.
Well, last shot at it, boys, unless something weird happens, so take your hacks.
That's it.
Let's get some hits.
That's it. And these guys have done it. Gabe got on with a hit last time. We need to get Cam a hit in his time up. Carson Taylor has a couple of hits and a big RBI. So the guys are getting it done. And I tell you what, when you talk about numbers, and I know baseball is a big number game, nobody has better numbers than Gabe Lillard. 449 average, leading the team with 31 hits, 3 triples, 3 home runs. The team leader in stolen bases, 19 RBIs. I mean, what else can you say?
Well, I tell you, Gary, when you win the Smoky Mountain Conference, you've got to have some studs. You've got to have some guys who go to the post and have posted some big numbers, and the Maroon Devils are no exception to that. They've got Lillard, they've got Hayes, they've got Taylor, all of which have put up some big numbers this year, and that's no coincidence. You don't win the SMC without having some guys who are having phenomenal years, because it's a tough conference. No matter what anybody in the rest of the state wants to say, it's the toughest in the state as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, no doubt. As Gabe goes down with a swinging curve ball, Cam Blankenship batting now. And again, talking about our Maroon Devils, there's a ball in the dirt for a strike one. Our Maroon Devils coming in as a team hitting .348, averaging over 9 runs a game, giving up just over 3 runs a game. So we're not only getting it done at the plate, we're holding the other guys down defensively.
When you get both phases of that game going, the hitting and the pitching,
life is good.
It's good, yeah. It's real good. You can do some things like be the conference champion and have a good seed and host games in the playoffs.
Oh, no question about it. This team on the year, there's a call, strike 1 and 2, the count now on Cam, as this team has put out 180 hits, 36 doubles, 6 triples, scoring 175 runs, 130 RBIs, 7 home runs, and 58 stolen bases. So there's a high hopper to third base. Man has it on over to first, just barely in time because Cam can really scoot, and he just got him by a half step.
He got down the line pretty good on that one.
Yeah.
And, Gary, it is worth mentioning that several of these guys, and I don't know exactly which ones, but several of these guys will go Saturday and run in the regional track meet.
Wow.
Down at East Burke, I think is where we said.
Yes.
So they're pulling double duty in doing that, but they'll go down there and contribute. And they contribute to a conference championship in both baseball and men's track.
That's impressive. As there's a check swing. Carson Taylor with a foul over on the first base side. Quick 2 outs, though. The Maroon Devils, nobody on, and 2 out here on the top of the lineup. On deck is going to be Carter Hayes. So it is, and plus, besides that, I think there are football workouts in the morning.
Correct.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but hey, it's, I tell you what.
Spring is a busy time of year, my friend. Trust me. I know all too well how busy spring is.
Yes, you do. I was talking to Carrie Powell about that, our certified athletic trainer, and she said, it didn't slow down at all.
No, it doesn't. If anything, it accelerates to warp speed.
That's kind of what she said. She said, oh, no, when baseball and softball's over, there's this coming up, and there's this, and there's this. Yep. It doesn't stop.
No, it doesn't.
But Carson now with a 2-1 count, 2 out, nobody on, 7-1. Devils in front, bottom of the 6th. Pitch in the dirt here from Moon, who has come on in relief now for South Stanley. Maroon Devils basically coming up in the 7th, only 3 outs away from that, advancing to that hallowed ground, as some coaches like to call it, into that 3rd round of the playoffs. And I tell you what, when you get to that 3rd round, you got to bring your A game. Of course, you got to bring it every day, but there's a high hopper. And
good decision, Coach. That's all I can say. Good decision.
Yep, save your hand. Doesn't have a glove on, and
that ball stops rolling when it hits the fence. You're good.
Softballs are hard, but baseballs are just a shade harder.
It don't matter. They're both hard.
They're both hard. Softball is not a good word.
No.
That's really not. Ooh, that pitch is a called 3rd strike. So we go 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but our Maroon Devils 3 outs away from advancing. We'll come back in the top of the 7th and see how it winds up after this timeout. Fans, welcome back. Here we go. Top of the 7th inning. It's do or tie time, if you will, for South Stanley, as they're going to be coming in and hitting for them. Going to have a new man at the plate here, Coach, as this will be his
That's
first.
Carter Moon, the pitcher.
Yep, the relief pitcher coming in. This will be his first time at bat. And on the season, Carter hitting 111, has a couple of hits and a couple of RBIs, but not a ton of plate appearances for Carter Moon. But he's a big guy with a bat. Again, 6'1", 250, and has pitched really well.
Yeah, 2 1/3 innings of solid relief work from Moon.
There's a ground ball that's going to be just foul. And again, Coach Terry Tucker, the head coach over here, kind of shook his hand. He tried to catch that one.
He may need an ice bath before he goes
yes,
down the mountain.
Yeah. And good folks. Again, chatted with them briefly before the game. And they're really good guys. They're really serious about their baseball. There's a swing and a miss for a call, third strike, one down now. We were talking about South Stanley. Their girls in softball are actually the #1 seed in the West bracket in softball. So he said that softball team only lost one player off last year's team.
Ooh.
They were loaded. And it's showing us they're the #1 seed in the West, South Stanley Rebel Bulls. So there's a long foul ball over into the batting cage off the roof over there. For strike one, the Maroon Devils 2 outs away with Ronnie Griggs coming on in relief of Charlie Collins, 1 out here in the 7th.
This is the top of the order for South Stanley. Jackson Barbie up. He struck out 3 times against Collins, so he's glad to see anybody but Charlie.
He is, no doubt. You're right, 0 for 3. He fouled off a couple here. For Ronnie, it's going to be Tucker on deck.
And as we said off the air, Griggs has come in and he's just pounding the zone. Strike after strike after strike, being around it the whole time. So you got to hit something, the pitch he wants you to hit. And he goes up right there trying to get him to chase. A good idea. Now he'll settle back in and throw strikes.
Yeah, Barbie, pretty good stick, leads the team with 16 runs scored. He has 5 RBIs, 12 hits on the year for the senior.
And there's strike 3.
Wow, 2 big outs here. I tell you, Ronnie Griggs, both hats off to both relief pitchers. Moon for the South Stanley Rebel Bulls and Ronnie Griggs for our Maroon Devils. These guys are awesome right now.
So Trevor Tucker will bat, and Tucker's been on base all 3 times for the Rebel Bulls with a single and 2 walks.
Yes.
Against Collins. So let's see what he gets out of it here.
And Tucker on the season has been a tough out, hitting .393, 24 hits. He's the leader in both departments, and also their stolen base leader. Tucker, a senior. A big stick at the plate here for South Stanley. And a strike on the outside corner. Quickly, 1-1.
Familiar refrain. He just keeps pounding the zone.
Ronnie,
nothing fancy.
Yep.
I'm going to pound the zone, get ahead of you, throw breaking stuff if I need to get you out.
There's
just
a
like
breaking
that.
ball.
There's a base hit.
Yep, into right center field. And it's going to be chased down. Carson Taylor gets it back in quickly, as now the Rebel Bulls not going down without a fight, as Tucker has been on every time he's been at the plate.
And so is Dennis, the batter now. He's walked and singled twice, once to left, one to right, once to right. So South Stanley not going down yet, not without a fight anyway.
Nope, a junior now is Kyle Dennis, .267 hitter on the year with 3 doubles, 16 hits, 5 ribbies on the year for South Stanley. Pitch in there for a strike. Again, Ronnie Griggs, he is not messing around.
Well, it's interesting to see how Ronnie attacks this, because this is the first time he's thrown out of the stretch. But it didn't seem to bother him on that first pitch at all. So let's see what happens in the remainder of this at bat.
Pitch in the dirt. Carter Hayes doing a good job keeping it in front of him. And one thing, and I've heard, you may have your totally different philosophy, but I've heard so many coaches say, hey, when you got 2 outs, focus on the hitter.
Yeah, don't worry about that runner.
That's it.
That run doesn't mean anything in the long scheme of things here. This batter does.
That's it. Focus on the hitter and get that out.
That was a good pitch, being able to know that you can throw that thing.
Another hit up the middle. And Cooper flags it down on a 1-hopper. So now the Bulls with a couple of runners on first and second with 2 out. And not bad pitching. It's just a couple
hits.
of tough hitters.
Yeah, those good hits.
Yeah. And they have been the guys who have been tough all day. As you mentioned, Coach, I think both Tucker and Dennis have been on just about every time they've been to the plate.
They've been the 2 toughest outs in this South Stanley lineup. And Crump is up now, and he's 0 for 3.
Yep.
But he's put the ball in play twice. And so that's what you want to see if you're a South Stanley fan.
He's a good stick. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, 3 doubles. So he's got plenty of pop in his bat. Pitch in for a ball, 1-0 the count. 2 out, 2 on. South Stanley hitting here in a do or die, top of the 7th inning. 7-1 Maroon Devils. 1 out away from advancing. Pitch in, outside corner for a strike, 1-1 from relief pitcher Ronnie Griggs, coming in relief today after pitching a really solid game Tuesday, getting the win against the Eagles of Hawassi Dam. Ronnie checking the runner at second just to be sure. There's a ground ball foul over at the Maroon Devil dugout.
So Griggs 1 strike away now. Has some pitches he can play with here to get the pitch he wants.
That's it.
For Crump to swing at here. You want to throw something that you get a rollover or a swing and a miss here, and you got 2 pitches to play around with to get that.
Griggs with the throw. That one just missing. And Carter thought it was a strike. He kept the ball in front of him, tagged him, but it's going to be a ball. Call 2-2 the count, 2 out.
So now it's Cases, 2-2. For me, I would want to throw the same pitch. I'd throw 3-2 probably here.
Just missing outside.
Because you don't want to walk him.
That's it. 3-2 now, 2 out. Payoff pitch.
Runners get a head start here with 2 outs. So, again, any base hit will score the runner from second pretty easily. I would say the Maroon Devils would concede it to keep the runners on first and second, and that's pitch, ball 4.
Yep, pitch low for a ball. No question about that one now. Bases loaded, and it's going to be Miller coming to the plate. Miller has, I think, been on once today with a walk. He flied to left field and struck out.
But he's the guy who forces up the pitch count. He's seen a ton of pitches today.
Miller is the foul ball king of the afternoon.
He has definitely put the ball in play in the foul territory, an 8-pitch at bat, a 7-pitch at bat. He's just worked the pitcher to death.
And as we mentioned, coming into this game, there's a ground ball to second base, and it gets through. 1 run is in. Runner rounding second and rounding third rather, and will score. So now the Rebel Bulls put a couple on the scoreboard here in the 7th inning, and that one just got through. 7-3 now with runners at first and second and 2 out. And we were talking about, again, Miller, boy, I tell you what, he has been phenomenal because before this game, as we mentioned, Toby, only 5 at-bats all year, a couple of hits, and the true freshman came ready to play.
Yeah, he doubled his at-bats for the season today.
He did. No question. As now it's going to be Ramirez at the plate. And on the year, Ramirez hitting 114, 5 hits on the season. Has a double and a couple of RBIs. Takes strike 1. 2 outs, though. Maroon Devils here, still with a 7-3 lead. And again, Ramirez at the plate, a junior. Pitch just missing for a ball. 1-1 the count with 2 down.
Same situation. You want to go ahead and get out of a 3-2 count if you can, not get there because that gets the runner started. Allows him to score. The last ball was hit hard enough to where if he hadn't had that head start, he wouldn't have scored.
That's it. Yeah, he had a running start. Foul ball out of play. 1-2 the count now. So Ronnie ahead of the count with 2 out. And I know nobody in this stadium wants that out more than Ronnie Griggs right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I would say at this juncture, best course of action. The last 2 times he's gotten ahead and tried to nibble a little bit and get him to swing his pitches and then had to come back. I would like to see him just go right at him right here and
go at him
with his best pitch and say, here it is.
Yep.
And challenge him a little bit instead of.
Ground ball down to third base. Here's the forced play, and that's the ball game. Good play down at third base for the Maroon Devils as Will Jenkins keeps it in front of him and makes the tag on the forced play. And the Maroon Devils with a 7-3 win here at Coach Burrell. And now moving on to play the winner, as we mentioned, of Union Academy and Christ the King. Union Academy, the higher seed and the best 1A team in the regular season out of the conference that South Stanley is from. So they're going to come in, I would imagine, a quality team.
There's no doubt about it. I think the South Stanley team was a quality team. They're a couple of hitters away from being a really good team, to be honest with you. They have some solid pieces in place, and the Maroon Devils, this was no cakewalk for them. I don't know if that was something they thought would happen. You never know the mentality of teams, but you got to, in the playoffs, you got to go attack whatever's out there and play your best and not worry about the other team. And I think the Maroon Devils did a good job of that tonight. They got on the board early, allowed Charlie to relax a little bit on the mound with a little bit of a buffer there, and he was able to settle into a groove and work through 5+ strong innings.
Yes.
And I think that's great experience for him. And now they move on to another round, and now it'll be interesting to see what Coach Tyler Shuler and the Maroon Devils do, because honestly, they have the type of pitching and the pitching depth that could allow them to make a run right here, folks. This could be an exciting time for Maroon Devil baseball. As we said, Collins a solid option. You saw what Griggs is able to do.
Right.
They still have Lillard and Carson Taylor in reserve that haven't thrown in the playoffs yet. So it's a good mix for them. They need to keep the bats hot, and if they can keep the bats hot, which it looks like Carson Taylor, Carter Hayes, Gabe Lillard, they're going to stay that way.
Yeah.
Then when you get into these games where you need a one-run win, you're set up to be able to do that because you have pitching to come in out of the bullpen and get you out of jams, and you have timely hitting. A lot of speed on the base paths for these Maroon Devils. That pays dividends as well because you can manufacture runs, and somewhere down the road you'll probably have to manufacture a run or two.
Oh, sure. This team can do it all with a 7-3 win. As we mentioned, we want to thank Stacy and Matt Pegg and, of course, Gerald McKinney. We appreciate them for picking up the broadcast fee. And, again, Perry and Diane Shuler for doing the same thing in Tuesday's game. And Coach, next Tuesday, that is the scheduled game, and it's going to be right here at Swain County High School. We're not sure about the time, probably around 6 o'clock next Tuesday, give or take a few minutes. We'll be here on the Maroon Devils Network, but weather looks good. So come on out.
Well, the handbook for the High School Athletic Association says all playoff games will start at 7 o'clock unless mutually agreed upon. So 7 o'clock would be the official time unless both teams agree to play earlier, which normally they do so they can get back a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But the thing to keep in mind during this time of year is we have to work around athletic banquets, we have to work around academic banquets, and all sorts of weird things for both schools. So,
band?
Yeah, things can change in a moment's notice. But if you're interested, you're watching out there and you're interested in helping to sponsor next Tuesday's broadcast, let us know. You can text Gary or myself or drop me an email at tburrell@swainmail.org and let us know. We'll be happy to broadcast this. There is a $150 game fee each time out for these that goes to the High School Athletic Association since they own the rights. But we're more than happy to come out here and do this for you and keep bringing you Maroon Devil baseball as long as it goes on if you'll help us out. That's all we need.
Hey, that's it. And fans, join us next Tuesday, 7-3. Maroon Devils move on to round number 3. Thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you next Tuesday right here live on the Maroon Devils Network.